Hello, first graders. Mrs. Johnson with you again. Today, our topic for the week is building and how do things get built. So in this picture, we see someone who is building probably a house, is what it looks like to me. What do you think he's building? How is he doing it? Think about what tools he might be using or what materials he might need. What materials do you think might come next? Would you like to be a carpenter someday? Vocabulary words. Above. The cranes are above the building. Build. They will build some houses. Fall. It is strong and will not fall. New. She knew how to make a good model. Money. I put money in a new bank. Toward. We walked toward the water. Balance. The worker can balance up high. Section. This section is not finished yet. This week, your new sound spelling is the oi sound. We can spell the oi sound using oy and oi. In these words, the oy and oi spellings are called vowel teams. Y is not always a vowel, but in this case, in this sound spelling, it is used as a vowel when it partners up with the O. So oy, oi, and oi, oi, like in toys and point. Oil, joined, boiling, boy, hoist, enjoy, moist, employ, choice, a noise, noise, destroy. Let's avoid annoying this boy. He does not enjoy the noise. I bet some of you are beginning to annoy your brothers or sisters or mom or dad or whoever's at home with you. Joy, employs, hoist, avoid, boils, joins, joints, point, moist. Repeat after me. Joy, employs, hoist, avoid, boils, joins, joints, point, moist. The story this week is called The Joy of a Ship. The story is a non-fiction story, which means it is not fake. It is real. It's a true story. So this is a non-fiction story that we probably can learn something new from. Ships take people and things all over the world. How does a ship get made? Find out here. What is needed to build a ship? Making ships employs many workers. This task uses lots of tools and parts as well. Let's see how a ship is made step by step. This is called a caption. A caption is used to tell what is happening in the picture. So here, in this picture, it says, these people study the plans for the ship. There are many things to do. Frame it. First, workers build a frame. The ship frame can balance on blocks up above a dock. Huge cranes hoist the big parts in place so they do not fall. Workers must avoid being bumped by these big pieces of steel. The caption says, some huge gantry cranes can lift 1,500 tons as high as 230 feet in the air. Sheets of steel. First, two kinds of metal are melted into steel. It boils. Hot steel flows into flat metal sheets and molds. When steel gets cold, it gets hard. The steel sheets are then ready for making a ship. And the caption here is, stand back, the steel is very hot. A worker joins each steel section by heating the edges called joints. Most workers put on gloves and a helmet to protect their hands and their head. What do you think? Do you think you would like to be a person who builds ships? Check it out. Check it. Paint it. Workers check all the joints. Then they point out leaks and they fix them. If a joint leaks, the inside of this ship will be moist with water. It might even sink. Then the ship is painted, and this job is done. It gleams in the sun. The workers knew it would look nice. People will pay a lot of money to ride on this ship. How many of you have ever ridden on a ship before? If you haven't, would you like to? Out to sea. The people on the dock point with joy as the new ship begins the first trip. Those on the ship wave as it glides towards the open sea. Did you know? There are many kinds of ships on the sea. For example, this one is an icebreaker. This one is an aircraft carrier. So this is a place where airplanes and helicopters can land on this ship. And a cargo ship, which is made for carrying goods. What steps in shipbuilding are risky? Do you remember anything from the story that could be dangerous? Let's look back. How about lifting this huge piece with cranes that lift 1,500 tons? That could be dangerous, don't you think? How about working with the hot steel or heating up the edges of the joints? Do you think that could be dangerous? How about checking each of the joints to make sure that they don't leak? Or painting the ship? It's a pretty big ship. Could it be dangerous to get up on those different locations? This week, again, we're looking at cause and effect. So remember, a cause is how or why something happens. An effect is what happens. So in the story, the cause would be that the hot steel gets cold, and then the effect is that it gets hard. Cause would be a worker wears a helmet and gloves. The effect is the worker's head and hands are safe. Remember that picture where he was using the hot torch to join the joints together? A joint leaks on a ship. Then the ship gets moist with water, or it might even sink. We'll see you next time, boys and girls.